like my favorite grammar rule. I love teaching this grammar rule because it actually involves the subject that I teach. And I always have students to dispute me on this grammar rule. This is an actual grammar rule. Miss James did not make it up. It is real. Do not capitalize the name of school subjects. And so if you're writing a note to your friends and you're like, oh, what classes do you have? And you're like, oh, I have science, reading, math, English, and what else? What else? What's another class that I like? Huh?
History.
History. Very good. You don't capitalize any of those. What? Are you kidding me? However, you do capitalize the class that I'm in, English. If you turn around and look at the sign back there that says English, isn't it capitalized? It's capitalized. So that is the correct rule. Only if it is a language and its courses followed by a Roman numeral or a specific class. How many of you heard Algebra 1? You're going to capitalize that. Geometry 2? You're going to capitalize that. Trig 3? Oh my goodness, that's a hard class. You're going to capitalize that, okay? You also are going to capitalize art history. You're also going to capitalize American literature. Why are you going to capitalize American literature? Because that is a nationality, correct? Okay, so another way to remember this is if it's something a way you can speak or a language, you're going to capitalize. If you have Spanish 1 or 2, it's capitalized. You're capitalizing Spanish because it's a language, but you capitalize Spanish 2 for 2 reasons. 1, because it's followed by a number, and 2, because it's a language. Understand? But you do not capitalize your regular classes. If you were writing them in a list in a sentence, you will not capitalize them. I have teachers all the time like, why did you tell? I didn't make up the grammar rule. I'm just going by the grammar book, okay? Continuing on, capitalize proper adjectives. So say for instance, because that was in part 1, we talked about capitalizing the name of countries. You're going to capitalize Italy, right? But if I'm talking about Italian bread, which I made last week, then I'm going to capitalize the Italian bread because it's a proper adjective. Does that make sense? Are you good with me? Y'all don't look like you're understanding. You understand? What about if I had something said I'm going to eat French cuisine? Are you going to capitalize French cuisine? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? Are you going to capitalize French cuisine?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And let me tell you something I just did on here that was wrong. Bread is not capitalized. I don't know why I did that. I was looking on the list. The bread is not capitalized. What's capitalized? Just the Italian for I, right? Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. So, see, Miss James makes mistakes too. And when you make a mistake, you just own up to it. You don't say, I didn't make that mistake. You just own up to it. So, capitalize proper adjectives. French cuisine, you're not going to capitalize the C in cuisine. You're just going to capitalize the French because that was referring to the country of France. Understand? Number 15, capitalize the title of a person when it comes before a name. Our pastor that we had up until last year, his name was Reverend Guy. I like that name because it's just short and sweet. So I'm going to capitalize the Reverend and the Guy. But he also taught at a college, so you could call him Professor Guy. And you're going to capitalize the professor and the guy. And he also had his doctoral degree, and his daughter has a doctoral degree, so you're going to capitalize the doctor and his last name, okay? So anytime you give somebody a professional title, the title is capitalized along with their name. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, any questions? Part 2 of grammar rules.